Guys, we're going on another adventure, artifact hunting. I think it's going to be a good day. Come along. Little flint hand scraper. Little napped out part for your thumb right there. Fits perfectly. Nice. Here's a really nice example, a little bit larger example of the porcelain we've been finding. It's the edge of a plate. Again, it's got that blue feathered pattern around the edge. It's one of the bigger pieces I've found. I believe this is an ancient fire pit. You can see if you step back, you can really see the depression in the ground, and it's littered. I don't know if you can see that because of the lighting. It's littered with Indian pottery. There's all types of fragments of coal, black soot in the ground. There's little fragments of petrified bone. I found a little animal tooth a little while ago, and it's all in kind of a relatively small place, about I don't know, 20-foot diameter. So pretty neat. Lots of pottery. This would be a spot I would like to do a dig at some point. Just dig like maybe a 4x4 hole and just explore. Really neat. It's broken, but at one point that was a pretty large tool, some type of an axe or a long knife blade. You can see the worked edge. Beautiful pink stone. This looks like, obviously, there's a chiseled edge there. Looks pretty interesting. I don't know what it is, but let's take a look. Yeah, it's got a worked edge. It's a little broke up. You can see that little notch. If you notice, see the little notch there? That's by no mistake. That's not broken. Native Americans would have used that to cut sinew and different things. You would lay really anything they wanted to cut in between that little notch there, and it was a good slicing mechanism. So pretty neat. Here's a really good shard of pottery. You can see how smooth it is. You can see the concaved. You can see how the bowl would have lie. You don't find them pieces this big often, so that's pretty neat. Let's keep hunting. This would have been a great little broken point. What a shame. Little pestle for grinding. You can see the flat surface there. It's got some indentions where it was used as a hammer as well, but again, it fits in the palm of the hand perfectly. There's even a thumb depression there. That is a Native American artifact, no doubt about it. And again, like I've mentioned before, we have no natural stone, chert, flint, anything in this part of Georgia. So basically any rock item that you find of any substance was a Native American artifact. It was brought, bartered, or traded here. This is an interesting find. It's got kind of a concaved little section there. Smooth on the inside. Interesting. We'll have to get that back to camp and clean it up. It's got a nice sharp edge there, as if it could have been used as a cutter. I think it was probably like a multi-purpose tool. You could have used that as kind of, they call that a nutting stone. You could lay a pecan or an acorn or whatever you want in there, and you could break it up a little bit, crack the nut. Interesting. Do you see what I see? Point. It's got some pretty coloration there at the bottom, at the stem, kind of a yellowish brown, and the rest of the stone is kind of a gray blue, really pretty. Okay, we've got a little bit of a mortar stone here. It's not a well-formed mortar stone, but you can see the indentions. The stone will lay flat like this, and you can see all the little indentions where it was worked, scraped and pestle. There's a pestle hole there. Pretty decent one. I like it. You can see the indention there in the center. Here's some more porcelain. Really pretty color here. It's like a purplish blue. And then this is an old white porcelain handle. Some type of antique porcelain bowl, or beautiful. This would have been a really nice broken spear point. You win some, you lose some. Looks like an old break. Really nice flint knife blade there. Beautiful color. Perfect. Okay, this is going to wrap it up. We didn't set the world on fire today, but we did have a great morning. Found some cool things. Found a couple really nice points. This little red stone there. This little guy was perfect. He's got some neat coloration to him. Of course, we found the china, the porcelain, which I always find. This was an interesting little handle. Would have went to some type of vase or a pitcher or something. Of course, the blue feathered. Lots of broken points. Got a little hand scraper. You can see that worked edge. Would have been held in the hand about like that. And it could be worked down. You could carve out a canoe with that. You could strip the meat off of hide. You could do about anything with that. So it's pretty neat. And of course, we found a lot of Indian pottery. Several pieces actually have the curvature of the bowl, which is pretty unique. This is a larger piece. Typically, after being in the soil for a few thousand years, give or take, this stuff gets broke up into tiny shards, but this was a really large piece, and it's neat. You can see the curvature of the bowl. Here's another example of that. That's the rim. That right there is the rim to the bowl or the pot. And a lot of the pieces, you can kind of see that, again, that design. That is grass and reeds that the Indians would have wrapped around the inside of the bowl in the hardening process of the pottery. And in that fire pit, you'll notice in the video, I found what I think to be an ancient fire pit. There's just tons of broken shards of pottery. There's old looking fossilized bones. I found a tooth here. It's really fragile. I broke a little part of it off already. Lots of dark soil, little shards of charcoal. So I'm pretty sure that was either a trash pit or a a fire pit for the Native American village. But yeah, there it is. Another great day. Thanks for watching.